Hey everybody, welcome to Game Informed Family. This is Game Informed Mom, and today we're going to do a quick video on how to unlock retainers, which is how you sell things on the market board. If you don't have retainers, you can only sell to NPC merchants, not to other players. Which, believe me, the money is in selling to other players. So before you can actually unlock, the retainers, you do have a prerequisite, prerequisite MSQ quest called the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and this lovely lady behind me, Momodi, is going to give you the quest for that. It's going to happen right after you finish the Copperbell Mines quest at level 17. She is in Ul'dah at the Quicksand, which the map is a hot mess, but you just go to the Adventurers Guild. I mean, you've just done the Copperbell Mines quest, so you probably remember her. Each of the main cities will have a retainer vocate, which is who you're going to need to speak to. We are going to go to the one in Ul'dah very quickly here. I will show you where that is. In Ul'dah, you're going to go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, and from the teleporter, you are going to head to the left, or to the north, rather. I'm sorry, it'd be easier, I guess, to the retainer vocate. You talk to this guy, and he is going to unlock the retainers for you. Very quickly, I am going to show you the other two main cities. One moment, please. Alright, we are in Limsa, Lominsa, and from Limsa's Aetheryte, you are going to go to Hawker's Alley. And from the Hawker's Alley Aethernet Shard, you are going to go right into Hawker's Round and East Hawker's Alley. And I actually passed this NPC like 4 times looking for her, but she is right here, Fridwib, the retainer vocate. And we will go ahead and go to Gridania. For the record, though, the 3 starting cities are not the only cities that have them. I'm just assuming that you're a new player and that you have access to the 3 starting cities. So we're going to go to New Gridania, and I will show you where the retainer vocate is there. And from the Aethernet Plaza in New Gridania, you are going to go to the Leatherworkers Guild and Shaded Bower. Okay, and once you arrive there, you are going to head to the east, up into the Shaded Bower, and your retainer vocate is going to be right through the door. Now, like I said, there are retainer vocates in the other main cities, but again, I'm assuming that you're a new player since you don't know where to find it. You can start the quest in any of the... It's not a quest, but you can make your retainer in any of the main cities. You do have to, again, finish a level 17 MSQ quest, which obviously means that you need to be level 17. So you're going to talk to her. Then what you can do, you can hire a retainer, which is, at this point, really the only thing you can do other than view market tax rates. We'll talk about market tax rates there in a moment, but let's hire a retainer. Now, I can hire up to 4 because I've paid for extra retainers. You get 2 retainers for free. And currently I have none, so we are going to hire a retainer. At that point, it is going to take you into the character creation screen, where you will create a retainer. You can either load previously saved appearance data if you have a character that you want your retainer to look like. I do not, so I'm going to hit no. You can even actually save your character creation data for the intent of making a retainer. I mean, it's interesting, I suppose. But we're just going to go ahead and we will do a... I will create a retainer. I will see you guys momentarily. Alright guys, so once you have created your retainer, you've picked what he looks like, and you are ready to continue, you're going to go ahead and hit confirm. You can save, you don't have to save your appearance data. I don't usually. It's going to ask you to finalize, you hit OK, boom, you have finalized your retainer. And now it's going to Sorry, I brain farted there for a second. It's going to have you pick a personality. This doesn't have any effect other than the way, what they say to you when you call them out and when you send them away. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant to everything. It'll tell you what they're going to say, then you can say no, and you can pick a different one. You can hit yes, and it will tell you to name your retainer. You hit OK. And do you want to hire the services? Yes, I do. Alright, and for what it's worth, you cannot choose a name that is already taken. I completely forgot. I have already used that name on this server. Alright, so we are going to go with Farmer Will. Why? Because I can. You cannot put underscores, you cannot put spaces. It can only be letters, apostrophes, and hyphens. And it will not let you capitalize a second letter. Alright, so we will hire the services of Farmer Will. And Farmer Will is now in our employ. Alright, so once you have your retainer unlocked, you can come over to any summoning bell, but since this one is conveniently located next to the retainer vocate, we are going to pull it up, and there you see Farmer Will. And he's going to come out, and as you can see, we can now entrust items, so I can give him any of the little junk in my inventory. I don't really want to. There's nothing worth putting in there. I can put my gil in the retainer. It's somewhat like a bank. To switch to withdraw and deposit, you just click on the arrow. I can deposit it. There's not really a lot of point in depositing your money unless you just don't want to carry it, I guess. You don't want to see that number there. I don't know. If you're capped out on gil, then, I mean, I guess, yes, you could put money there, but... And here we go. Here's what you wanted to see. How to sell items on the market board. So, whatever item you want to sell, you just right-click on it and do put up for sale. Once this comes up, you can compare prices. So this item is currently going for 100 gil on the market board. You can check the history, and you can see how much it is selling for. Since the 16th, it has sold this entire page. I mean, people buy these. I mean, I get it. I know why, but it's not worth it to me. And it's not worth selling it because there's a 5% tax. So if I sell it for 100, they're going to tax me 90. They're going to tax me 5, giving me 95, when I could just sell it to the NPC for 100 if I really wanted to sell it. Alright, but so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do that item. We'll put it up for sale. Let's put it up for 100. So I've decided I want to sell it for 100. Boom. I have put it in the market board. Now, once it's in there, I can go in and adjust the price, turn it to my retainer, or put it back in my own inventory. You adjust the price, pulls up the exact same screen. Only thing you can't do is you can't change the quantity. If I had like 6 of them for sale, I couldn't change it to 3 of them. If I wanted 3 of them back, you have to take it out and restart. Alright, so we're going to return it to, whoops, well, whatever. Now it's in my retainer. Alright, you can also sell retainers from your, sell items rather from your retainer's inventory. Well, I guess it was convenient. So you put it up for sale, you can have the retainer actually physically sell the item to, it's like selling it to an NPC. Exact same price if you were to sell it to a regular NPC. And then I am going to retrieve the item from the retainer, put it back in my own inventory, and you can view your sale history. Once you have a sales history, it will show here how much you sold it for, what it was, and then you can actually, now you can edit a retainer comment. So you can put like, let's say I was going to put ingredients, whoops, spell it right maybe, ingredients and meals here. This way you can kind of tell what's in there. Now you can't tell from here, but if you quit, you can actually tell when you pull up your summoning bell. If you hover for a second, it'll tell you down here, well, I can't show you, but it'll show you below my mouse cursor ingredients and meals. It has the comment. Now, some of you may have noticed that you do not have a job available for, whoops, for your retainer. You actually have to unlock that. So now I will show you where to unlock it. You can unlock it you can unlock that anyway in the main cities. Give me one moment and we will take a look at that. Alright, so the NPC in question is the Troubled Adventurer in Gridania. He is at, looks like 11.8, is it 2.3? I'm sorry, 12.3, learn to read. He will give you a quest, of course, level 17 required, that you have done the MSQ quest that's already required to unlock the retainer, so obviously you've done it. It's a quest called An Ill-Conceived Venture. Now we will go ahead and go to Limsa, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, and in Limsa, the NPC in question is, there we go, he finally popped in. Again, the Troubled Adventurer. He is at, oh, those numbers are so small. It looks like 9.0, 11.2, right by the Aetheryte Plaza, just like he was in Gridania. He will give you the same quest, An Ill-Conceived Venture, and give me one moment, and we will go to Ul'dah and see where he's at there. Okay, and in Ul'dah, he is going to be just outside of the Aetheryte Plaza, right here at the top of the ramp. Again, Troubled Adventurer, and he's going to give you the quest called An Ill-Conceived Venture. Alright, so what you do, you're going to go ahead and take the quest, and you can pick it up in any of the 3 starting cities. You do not have to pick it up in the city that you started in. So like I started as an archer. I did not start in Ul'dah because archers start in Gridania, but I can actually pick it up here in Ul'dah. So I will go ahead and get this quest accepted and done, and we will get our job for our retainer. Alright, so we're going to accept it, and it is going to give us 6 free ventures. Come on, dude. Come on, talk to me. There we go. Alright, doesn't matter what he says. And we are going to search Drybone for the missing adventurer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this quest. Not going to make you guys watch this. I will bring you back once the quest is finished. Alright, so you turn in your quest here, and you will be able to complete the Ill-Conceived Venture, and you will actually be able to continue to give your retainer a job. Okay, so we are going to talk to Chachabi, and hopefully this is going, yep. Alright, so we have completed an ill-conceived venture and can now give our retainer a job. Now, there are a couple of caveats to that. You actually have to have the job unlocked. Now, on this character, I only have Archer unlocked. So, my retainer will only be able to be an Archer. Alright, so you're going to click on them, and you are going to assign retainer class. And he can only be an Archer. Alright, so, you can make your retainer whatever you want. Then, say you wanted to reset your class. If you wish to assign your retainer, you must first reset his or her current class. Now, that will reset it to 0. Now, yes, please note this process cannot be reversed, and all progress will be permanently lost. So, if you are, say, level 90 of this retainer, on whatever job you gave it, and you want to change it later to something else, you will lose those levels forever. You will not get those levels back if you go back to his original class. So, we're going to go ahead and make him an archer. Not that. We're going to make him an archer again. Now, yes. Now, I'm not going to leave him as an archer forever, because that's not really efficient for me. Once you have given him a class, you actually have to give him gear. I might have an old bow. Maybe? Yeah, I do. Okay, there you go, sir. You are now an archer. Congratulations. Now, they can only get the level of your... No, okay. No, let me rephrase that. Their maximum level is whatever your level is on that job. So now you can assign him a venture. So there are two types of ventures, depending on your... Well, three, but there's depending on your job, right? You can send them to gather materials, like specific materials. You guys can read that on your own. If they are a gatherer, you can send them to gather specific materials. Now, he is not a gatherer, so he can only go hunting, and he can do a field exploration. Field exploration is 18 hours, and hunting, what you would do is you send him for a specific hunted item, for a specific animal drop. You're not going to be able to get, like, iron ore and ragstone from this guy. Alright, so for that you would need to make him a crafter to gather those materials. You can still get crafting materials. I suppose I should have been slightly more specific. Oh yeah, and I guess I should... Now, the hunting quests, they are level range. It's, 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Dang it. Oh my god, I don't want to read that every time. I accidentally misclicked. The hunting, so level 1 to 5, that's going to take an hour. He's going to bring back 5 animal skins, which is trash. I'm not even going to waste my venture on that right now. I'll wait until I can make him a crafter. But that is how you unlock retainer jobs. And like I said, his max level is whatever your current level is on that job. Now, I mean, I'm level 25 right now. When I'm level 45, his max will also be 45. It's not when you make the retainer. It's just whatever your level currently is. Hopefully, I have gone over everything I was supposed to go over. I feel like I missed something, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Oh, so I know what I was forgetting. I had mentioned that we were going to talk about the tax rates. So your tax rates differ in different cities. These are all the cities that you can dispatch a retainer in. So if you wanted to dispatch a retainer in, say, Ishgard, where taxes are reduced, obviously you have to have access to Ishgard. But you go, you find the retainer vocate, one of these little guys, and you move your retainer there. Which actually I can do that because my retainer is not here. So you can dispatch a retainer to Ul'dah. I only have just the one, so I can actually send him to Ul'dah. And now he is in Ul'dah. He is no longer in Gridania. Now, you can check them in any of the cities. You don't have to be in the city that they are in to check it, to sell, to adjust prices, or anything, to access their inventory, nothing. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're at a summoning bell, anywhere, even outside of these main cities, if you are at a summoning bell, you can do everything except move them. You have to be, like, if you wanted to move, now that he's in Ul'dah, if I wanted to move him back to Gridania, I actually have to go to Gridania to the vocate and move him back. Or if I wanted to move him to Kugane, I actually have to go to Kugane to put him in Kugane. Other than that, any one of these summoning bells can do everything. Now, like I was saying about tax rates, the tax rates are different. They reset at a certain point. I honestly couldn't tell you when. Maybe you'll tell me here. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't know when they move, when they change. But they do change. So, like, right now, Ishgard and Kugane are reduced. Oh, and Old Charlian, too. Wow, learn to read. So, we've got 3 reduced. So, if you have a big item, like that 800k item that I sold, I actually sold that in Ishgard. Because it was reduced tax rates. Because, why not? Now, for little stuff, if it's, a few K, like, whatever retainer I have open right now is the one that's selling it. The only time that I care what the tax rates are is if it's a big item. Because you figure 5%, okay, well, if I'm selling it for 1,000,000 gil, that's a lot of gil. I mean, it's not really in the scheme of things, but I want my monies. I want to keep as much of my monies as I can. Alright, so that being said, that is how to unlock the retainer and how to unlock the retainer job. If you found the video helpful, please make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you always know when we post a new video. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. We very much appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video.